Welcome to Gate City Chronicles. I'm Kevin Avard, your host, and today I am honored to have Major
David Moore
and Tom Jenkins with the Salvation Army.
Yes.
And welcome to the show.
Well, thank you.
You folks do a great work at the Salvation Army, and anytime you have the opportunity, I'd love you to come on the show. But today's show is specific about an event that is coming up pretty soon.
It's our 5th annual Applefest. We call it the Sullivan Farm Applefest. Actually, Sullivan Farm is the host for the Applefest. The Salvation Army actually runs the Applefest and puts it on. And Kathy Williams that owns Sullivan Farm has been absolutely fantastic. She's donated the property for the past 5 years, or 4 years, so it'll be the 5th year. And she's donated everything to us that she possibly can, and we're very grateful for that. But at the same time, we have great sponsors, and the Applefest has grown probably triple over the past 4 years. We hope this year is a great success. We're a little nervous about the weather on Sunday, but we hope this coming Sunday the weather's great. And if it's not, that's the Major's doing.
Yeah, you're not praying up, right?
He's responsible for the weather. We put him in charge of the weather.
Yeah.
I tried to pass it on to my wife this year, but she passed it back to me. So
listen, if Pat can pray in good weather, you can pray in
there you go.
some good weather. We, as part of our advertisement or our opening to our show, we were talking off air how that the little girl with the pumpkin face, she got her little pumpkin face at the Applefest, and that's little Kylie O'Brien, and we go just about every year. Yeah. Last year we had a nice band there last year from Hudson, I believe.
Yep, we have 5 bands playing this year. Offhand, wow. I don't know the name of the bands offhand, but they're all, they all donate their time. We have bands starting from 9 a.m. up to 4 p.m. and I think there's a total of 5 bands playing during the day.
No, what is Applefest? Is that just everybody come and pick apples, or is it's more involved with that?
Well, again, it's one of our major fundraisers. People come and they, again, make donations or pay to do things. But last year we raised $32,000. So again, it helps us do the work that we do here in Nashua. But it's more than just coming and picking apples. Again, if they want to come to help out the farm, they can pick apples and things like that. But this is, again, on flyer here it says for the kids, hay rides, pony rides. There's going to be a petting zoo this year. There's a little cow train.
Really?
Wow. So there's a number,
Right. The cow train is actually made by a local fireman here in Nashville by the name of Jim Kurt. He actually donated, or he made the fire train, or the cow train out of barrels and made them painted up to look like little cows. And he brings the cow train every year with his little ATV and drives it around. And this year he's also bringing, the same gentleman, the same fireman, is bringing an extra hay wagon and an extra tractor. So we have 2 hay wagons, 2 tractors, cow trained, and all the cooking is actually pretty much done by the Nashville Fire Department. Nashville Fire Department last year donated about 20 men, volunteered, men and women, and did the cooking all day. This year it happens to fall on their Memorial Sunday, their annual memorial service they do every year. And but this year they're also donating as many people as they can. And also Hudson is also stepping in this year and donating their time as well. So, we really give a lot of thanks to the Nashville Fire Department and the Hudson Fire Department for all their support.
And that's Jim Kirk?
Jim Kurt.
He's not captain by any chance.
I don't know what his rank is. It could be.
I had to throw that in.
Oh, is it Captain Jim Kurt? I don't know his rank. He could be a lieutenant captain. I don't know.
I'm just Captain James T. Kirk.
Right. For the Enterprise. I get it.
That was, I'm sorry. This is about Applefest, not my poor monologue. So you have a lot of sponsors here. Some of your sponsors, they're all Bay Systems, Sherwin-Williams, Lowell 5, Prudential, Merrimack County. They seem to be active in a lot of things around in this town. St. Joe's Hospital as well.
This is our 4th year with our major sponsor being there, which is Triangle Credit Union, which is one of our largest contributors to most of our events that the Salvation Army does. They are a big sponsor of the Salvation Army, and that's Triangle Credit Union.
And also BAE Systems also does a great job too.
Right. What's the average turnout to this? About 5,000, 10,000 people?
It's hard to say because we don't charge, so there is no head count because we're not selling entrance fees. People can come for nothing. They can walk around for nothing. They can enjoy the orchard. They can just look around at everything going on. And we get a lot of politicians that do that, believe it or not, that just love to walk around and shake hands, which is wonderful. You know, the more people, the merrier.
Sure.
And it's a great opportunity for them to come and meet a whole bunch of people. But it's been guessed between 5,000 and 10,000 people actually show up over a period of time, because you will get a lot of people that'll come and they'll stay for an hour, and then they're replaced by, you know, many other people. So it is hard to tell exactly the head count that's there from 9 a.m. to 4 p.m., but there are definitely several thousands.
Now, Sullivan Farm is located by the traffic circle off of
Coburn
Broad
Ave.
Street,
Right,
on Coburn Ave. And so in case people don't know,
Right.
it's
Okay.
And it is the only farm in Nashua that actually sits in the city of Nashua, is Sullivan Farm. Because if you go to Lavoie's, or if you go to you know, you go to Hollis, you go to
right. You have to cross the border.
right, you have to cross the border. Right.
So support your local farm.
Right. Right.
And it's wonderful that they are supporting the Salvation Army. Some of the causes, some of the things that the Salvation Army does. How does this help the people?
And again, this helps us with our food pantry. Well, through our social service side, we have a food pantry. We also do, when we have fun, well, we have a clothing room where people can come and get free clothing. When we have the funds, we do some rent assistance, utility assistance, prescription assistance. So again, that's our emergency assistance side. But we also run an after-school program from September through June. Summertime, we do a summer day camp. We averaged about 50 kids per day last year. Besides that, we send 35 kids up to our camp.
Is that Camp Berea by any chance?
No, it's run out from our property on Montgomery Avenue.
Okay.
And again, it's just a summer day camp. But we do send kids to an overnight camp. We sent 35 kids up to our camp, Camp Sebago up in Maine last year.
Oh, yeah.
So again, and then again, everybody knows at Christmas time we did over 600 families last year at Christmas. Again, worked with the Telegraph, the Santa Fund, but we did over 600 families where we give them toys, clothing, food. So this money helps to support all these events. So it's a big fundraiser for us.
Now, if somebody wants to become a sponsor of the Salvation Army or of Applefest, how do they do that?
Just contact Salvation Army, or contact our Community Development Director, which is Marianne Picard at the Salvation Army. And she's in charge of community development. She works with all the local sponsors and all the businesses in order to support the Salvation Army, and also to meet the various needs we need on different programs. We're always reaching out there in the community. You know, we've had this Applefest. I mean, there's over 250 apple pies donated alone for the Applefest. So apple pies is a big part. I mean, we have one caterer that cooks 80 pies every year. And this gentleman has stepped up for the past 4 years, to be the 5th year, cooking apple pies. And he does it on his own. He has a catering company, and he's unbelievable.
Now, they have little games for kids.
We have tons of games.
Right.
And games is a big part of the Applefest. And not only do they get to play the games, most of these games they're all handmade. They're original games. And actually, I got to give a lot of credit to Steve Bonnet at Nashville Lumber. And if he knew I said this, he'd shoot me. But Steve Bonnet at Nashville Lumber actually created most of these games that you see at Applefest.
Really?
And he actually made 2 new ones this year alone. And he's been a great sponsor and a great supporter of the Salvation Army.
Now, I noticed a lot of those games in years past, you have volunteers, obviously, that are helping. Usually they look like they're teenagers.
Yeah, Nashua High School
right.
Is a big part. Nashua High School South has been sending their cheerleading squad for varsity and junior varsity for the past 5 years. It'll be their 5th year. The Nashua cheerleaders have been there. Yeah. We also have the soccer, volleyball kids from North will be there. And there's other kids from different...
and as I say, last year the Chinese churches, I forget
Chinese
exactly,
church.
they brought about 20 volunteers.
Yeah.
I went to their open house. That was a long service, but it was, boy, did they put on a nice spread.
Right, okay.
Oh, very nice people.
Okay.
So they show up
I
Sunday
believe they're
after,
planning on coming back this year, so they did a great job last year.
I think we have 20 people from the Chinese church signed up.
Now, National Police Department's there too, don't they have that big unit
They have
there?
the big unit. Alicia shows up with the police command station.
Right.
The fire department is there with their truck. They're also there with their, what do they call that vehicle? The escape. They have a little trailer. They teach kids how to escape from fires.
Right.
And,
I didn't know that.
Yeah, they teach
So
them how to...
a number of vehicles like that,
number of
right?
vehicles. They teach them how to roll on the floor and to, crawl out the window and stuff like that. So the fire department is a big part of what's going on.
Is there going to be a tent there by any chance in case there's a little rain, or how's that going to work?
Well, we're just hoping no rain.
Yeah.
No rain.
Yeah.
No rain.
We're going to pray for that.
That's it, right.
Tents are very expensive, and
Yeah.
it's also very difficult to set up that many tents because there's so many different activities going on, and it's spread out all over the whole farm, so it's really hard to be under one tent.
Right. Well, I'm thinking of the musicians. And being under-
Musicians,
Yeah,
we're hoping that we can get them covered.
Right.
And the games, we're going to do the best we can.
Wonderful.
But if it does rain, people can go in and eat all the apple pie and ice cream they want in the barn, but might be a tight squeeze, but
If it rains, please come support it anyway, because
That's it,
the bottom line is to
Yeah.
support your community. And this is a great program. This is one of my favorite ones, as well as the Red Cross. And I have, as far as locals, and of course the Boys and Girls Club.
right, do a great job.
Great organization.
Yeah, it was funny because last year, a couple days after the event, I was watching the Aldermatic meeting, and most of the aldermen actually stood up and said at the Aldermatic meeting what a great event this was for the community. And it is a great event for the community. At the same time, it's nice to see that the aldermen support it, the mayor supports it. The mayor's been there every year. He's been very supportive of the Applefest. And so it was, like I said, the local fire department and all of our sponsors. So it's been well received by the community, well supported by the community, and we do appreciate all that.
And it starts at what time? 9 a.m.?
9 to 4 on
9 to 4,
Sunday.
rain or shine.
Rain or shine.
There's a couple things. When you mentioned the young girl also, I don't think we mentioned, we have face painting,
Right.
pumpkin painting, scarecrow making, a bounce house.
Pony rides.
Pony ride this year with pony ride. Plus, we're going to have a little petting zoo also. So there's a number of things for the young children, and great family day really to bring your kids out. Yeah.
They had one guy doing karate.
Yeah, he's
that's
there every year.
Tokyo Joe. He
Tokyo
comes in
Joe.
and does a little
He
demonstration.
will also
right?
be there every year.
Yeah.
And he's a unique gentleman. He comes every summer to the summer camp,
Right.
and does demos for the kids and makes them feel like they can do this and
Right.
and join his group there. And but he comes every year and does free demonstrations. But he also will be there this year.
Yeah.
Yeah, when they break the board,
Yeah.
they feel like, wow, don't do this at home.
Yeah,
That's right.
No, but it makes a kid feel like he has accomplished something, and it's great. It's a wonderful family event, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
It's families walking around and families enjoying the day, and likewise, this is the most affordable event that you can go to that I know of in the whole state. We charge, I think, $5 to make a scarecrow. If you go to Milford to the Pumpkin Fest, not that it's not a great event, but it's going to cost you $10, $12. So we're a fraction of the cost of anywhere else because we make it so friendly for families and so affordable that we want everyone to have the opportunity to come. And thanks to our sponsors, we're able to do that.
Right.
And also to the donations that is given by the community, the apple pies and so forth.
So that's this is the 5th annual Sullivan Farm Applefest, and it is Sunday starting from 9 to 4, and it is benefits, of course, the Salvation Army. And if you want to participate, please come by, rain or shine. Is there anything else you want to add to this, gentleman?
And again, we appreciate the community coming and helping and supporting, and we appreciate all the sponsors for all the support that they give us with this, with the other fundraisers we have throughout the year. So again, we appreciate all the help that we get.
And you're willing to grow with sponsorship, I'm sure.
Oh yeah,
Absolutely.
oh yeah, definitely.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
So wonderful.
Yeah.
Well, gentlemen, thank you for coming on Gate
Well,
City
thank you,
Chronicles.
Kevin, for having
Appreciate it.
us.
Thank you very much.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, until next week, thank you, and please, we'll hope to see you at Applefest this week.